Did you ever feel like you're living in a world whose rules you don't understand? As if you were an actor in a play for which no one has given you the script, so you move according to seemingly random events and react to circumstances you feel have been imposed upon you. You live your life as a victim of circumstances, waiting for something to change in the outside world so you can feel peace inside. You wait for the right job, the ideal partner, or more money, believing your happiness lies there, somewhere in the future. But what if I told you that this view of the world is the biggest illusion you live in? What if the truth was the exact opposite? What if you are the one writing the script, the one directing the play, and the one deciding its ending? The truth is that you are not a victim of reality. Rather, you are the engineer who builds it moment by moment. The power you seek outside is but a faint echo of the true power latent within your depths, at the core of your being, in the very code of your life, your DNA. We often think of DNA as just a stable biological strip that determines our eye color and height. But modern science, specifically quantum physics, has begun to reveal a deeper, more astonishing truth. Your DNA is not just a biological instruction manual, it is a highly evolved antenna, an antenna that never stops receiving and broadcasting information. It is a living bridge connecting your inner world, the world of your thoughts and emotions, with the external world you see and touch. This power is not just a philosophical idea, it is a physical reality happening inside every cell of your body right now. You are broadcasting a signal to the universe at this very moment. The question is, what is the nature of this signal, and what does it tell the universe about you? The solution to changing your reality does not lie in fighting the outside world or trying to control it by force. The solution lies in understanding and mastering the language of the universe, which is the language of energy, frequency, and vibration. The tool you use to speak this language is your entire being, and the pulsating heart of this tool is your DNA. Now imagine that every part of your DNA is a very small lamp. This is not just a metaphor. Scientists have discovered that DNA emits a faint light, known as biophotons. This light is not random. It carries information. It is a direct physical expression of your inner state. When you are in a state of calmness, inner peace, and love, the light your cells emit is harmonious and organized, like a wonderful musical symphony. It creates a coherent, clear light pattern. Conversely, when you feel anxiety, fear, or anger, this light becomes chaotic and scattered. The patterns become irregular, and the signal you broadcast is weak and distorted, much like a radio station broadcasting on an unclear, noisy frequency.
Experience happening in your mind. It is a direct, vital instruction that modifies your biology at the molecular level. Feelings of joy and love create a state of harmonic resonance where all your cells vibrate in perfect harmony. In contrast, feelings of fear and stress cause cellular contraction and shrinkage. This contraction does not stay inside your body. It is broadcast as a distinct frequency to the surrounding quantum field. You don't just think your emotions, you broadcast them, and you become them. If you feel stuck living the same negative experiences over and over, know that you are not consciously attracting these experiences. Rather, you are broadcasting the frequency that corresponds with them through your unconscious inner state. Your body is a broadcasting station, and your DNA is the antenna. The question you should ask yourself now is not, how do I change the world, but how do I change the signal I send to it? You might ask yourself, if it's that simple, why do I find it difficult to change my emotions and consequently change my reality? Why do I wake up every day determined to change, only to find myself returning to the same old patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving? The answer lies in the largest part of your mind, the part that works in the background and runs the show without you realizing it, the subconscious mind. Neuroscience reveals an astonishing truth. About 95% of our daily actions, thoughts, and decisions stem from programs stored in our subconscious mind. You are consciously steering your ship only 5% of the time. For the remaining 95%, the autopilot is in charge. That is, your subconscious mind. Herein lies the problem. How was this subconscious mind programmed? It was programmed through every experience you've had in your life, especially those charged with strong emotions. Every moment you felt fear, shame, sadness, or rejection was recorded as a program in your internal operating system. Your body has become chemically addicted to these emotions. When you think about a past painful experience, your brain releases the same chemicals it released in the past, and your body starts feeling the same emotions again. Your inner state, the signal you broadcast, has become a prisoner of the past. This is why your efforts at conscious change often seem like a losing battle. You are trying to change your reality using 5% of your conscious mind, while 95% of your subconscious mind is powerfully broadcasting the signal of the past, a signal that says, "I'm not good enough, I don't deserve success, the world is a scary place." Thus, you are trapped in a vicious cycle. You think about your problems, so you feel negative emotions related to them. These emotions make you think in the same way, and this thinking reinforces the same emotions. Your identity has become linked to this state of being. You are not just experiencing negative emotions, you have become those emotions. And when you broadcast this signal to the universe, what do you expect it to reflect back to you? More circumstances that match the same frequency. To change your reality, you must break this cycle. You must overcome the state of addiction to past emotions and reprogram the mind that broadcasts the signal, your subconscious mind. Now that you understand you are constantly broadcasting a signal, and this signal often originates from past programs stored in your subconscious mind, how do you consciously begin to change it? Here we move from understanding the problem to applying the solution, and this is where the quantum field comes in. Imagine the universe as a vast, super-intelligent mirror. This mirror does not judge you or favor one person over another. Its only function is to accurately reflect the image you present to it. This image is not your words or wishes, it is your energetic signature, your vibrational frequency, which your DNA broadcasts at every moment. This is the principle of resonance in its simplest form. Like attracts like. The quantum field is not empty, it is a sea of infinite possibilities. Your task is to choose a specific possibility through your frequency, and the field will organize energy, matter, and events to make that possibility a physical reality for you. And here we reach one of the most wonderful principles of quantum physics, the observer effect. In the famous experiment known as the double-slit experiment, scientists discovered that subatomic particles, the basic building blocks of reality, behave completely differently when observed. When no one is watching them, they behave as a wave of possibilities, existing everywhere at the same time. But the moment an observer directs attention to them, they collapse from a state of probability wave into a physical particle in a specific time and place. What does this mean for you? It means your consciousness, your focused attention, and your concentrated emotions are the most powerful creation tools you possess. When you focus your attention and energy on a future you desire and feel the emotions of that future as if it is happening now, you are acting as the observer. You are selecting a possibility from the quantum field and giving it the necessary energy to transform into reality.
What you want. It responds to what you are energetically. You can repeat positive affirmations all day, but if your inner feeling is one of lack or fear, the true signal you broadcast is one of lack. And the quantum mirror will reflect back to you more circumstances that make you feel that lack. The secret is not in deceiving your mind, but in changing your state of being. You must feel abundance before it appears in your life. You must feel love before you find it. You must feel healed before the illness disappears. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. Now, let's delve deeper into the core of the conscious creation process. The real key is not just in understanding that you broadcast a signal, but in the quality of that signal. There are two basic states from which you can broadcast: the state of harmony and coherence, and the state of noise and dissonance. The first state, which is the state of true power, is known as coherence. Coherence is a state where your thoughts, emotions, and actions are perfectly aligned. When your mind, heart, and body are in a state of complete harmony, they send a unified, clear,
and powerful signal to the quantum field. Imagine this as a laser beam, focused and precisely directed energy. In this state, you think about your goal, feel the emotions of achieving it in your heart, and act in ways consistent with that goal. There is no internal conflict. There is no doubt. There is only clarity and certainty. This is the frequency that creates miracles. When you are in a state of coherence, you are not trying to impose your will on the universe, you are dancing with it in perfect harmony. You are asking through your vibration, and the universe responds. The second state, the state in which most people live, is a state of noise and dissonance.
This is the state of internal conflict. You say you want abundance, but you feel fear of poverty. You say you want a healthy relationship, but you carry a feeling of unworthiness inside you. You think positive thoughts, but your body is stuck in negative past emotions. This dissonance creates a weak, scattered signal, like the light of a regular bulb spreading in all directions without focus. When you send a noisy signal, the quantum mirror reflects back a chaotic, confusing reality. Events seem random, results are unpredictable, and you feel out of control. This concept is not just spiritual philosophy, it is supported by advanced sciences like epigenetics. Scientists like Dr. Bruce Lipton have proven that our perceptions, beliefs, and emotions change the cellular environment, and this environment controls gene expression. This means you are not a victim of your genes. You can turn on genes that support health and abundance, or turn them off based on your inner state. Your perception of reality changes your biology, and your biology changes the signal you broadcast. This wisdom is not new. Ancient spiritual traditions have known it for thousands of years. The principle, as within, so without, is a cornerstone of many ancient philosophies. They understood that man is a microcosm of the universe, and the key to understanding the secrets of the universe lies in understanding the secrets of the self. When you achieve inner harmony, the external universe has no choice but to reflect that harmony. You don't change the world, you change yourself, and the world changes in response to you. So, how do we move from a state of dissonance to a state of harmony in our daily lives? What are the practical steps we can take to become conscious creators of our lives? The most important and most transformative step is not something you do, but a state of awareness you adopt, the practice of awareness without judgment. When most of us feel negative emotions like fear or anger, we do one of two things. Either we suppress them and pretend they don't exist, or we drown in them and completely identify with them. Both approaches keep us stuck. Suppression stores negative energy in the body, and identification reinforces the negative signal we broadcast. There is a third way, the path of the conscious observer. When a negative feeling arises, instead of resisting it or indulging in it, observe it. Notice it as if you are watching a cloud in the sky. Gently say to yourself, I am now aware of a feeling of anger within me. Notice where you feel it in your body. Is it a tightness in your chest or heat in your face? Observe it with curiosity, without judging it as good or bad. You are not this feeling, you are the awareness that observes the feeling. When you do this, something magical happens. As soon as you shine the light of your awareness on the feeling without resistance, it begins to dissipate. The trapped energy is released and dissolves. You are not fighting the darkness, you are turning on the light. This practice gradually restores your body to its natural state, to its original frequency, which is the frequency of love, peace, and tranquility. The goal is not to force yourself to feel positive. Artificial positivity creates more dissonance. The goal is to return to neutrality, to the 0 point, where you can consciously choose your inner state instead of being a reaction to external
Circumstances, practices like meditation, focusing on breathing, and spending time in nature are all powerful tools that help you train this muscle of awareness. I invite you today to a simple experiment. For the next 24 hours, commit to being the observer of your emotions. When an uncomfortable feeling appears, stop for a moment. Take a deep breath. Notice the feeling without judgment. Do not try to change it. Just be present with it, and then allow it to pass. Share with us in the comments what your experience was like and what you noticed. This small step is the beginning of the biggest transformation in your life. It is the moment you stop being a slave to your emotions and begin to be the master of your inner world. It is perfectly natural to face challenges when starting this practice. You might find yourself asking, why am I not seeing immediate results? Why am I still suffering? I've started observing my emotions, but my life hasn't changed overnight. Here we must understand the nature of the quantum field. It responds to your continuous and stable frequency, not to a fleeting thought or an intermittent practice. Imagine you are trying to tune a radio station. You have to find the correct frequency and hold the dial there to hear the music clearly. If you keep moving the dial back and forth, all you will hear is static. Every moment you spend in a state of coherence and harmony is a moment you fix the dial on the frequency of your new reality. Every moment you return to doubt, fear, or impatience, you move the dial away from the station. Doubt is one of the strongest anti-creation frequencies. Doubt is energy that tells the universe, I don't really believe this is possible. It broadcasts a contradictory signal that cancels out the signal you are trying to consciously send. When you plant a seed, you don't go every day and dig up the soil and prod it to see if it has grown. You water it, provide it with sunlight, and trust that the growth process is happening beneath the surface, hidden. Similarly, when you broadcast a new frequency, you must trust that the universe has received your signal and is reorganizing itself to match it. This process requires building what we can call energetic muscle. Just like going to the gym, you won't see results from one workout. You need continuity and practice. Every time you choose to return to a state of inner peace, instead of being swept away by external drama, you strengthen this muscle. Every time you notice a negative emotion and allow it to pass without possessing you, you are retraining your body and mind into a new state of being. Remember, you are not trying to control the results. The attempt to control stems from the ego, from fear. Your task is not to control how and when your new reality will appear. Your task is to maintain a state of inner harmony. Be responsible for your frequency and leave the details of its realization to the infinite intelligence of the universe. Faith here is not blind belief. It is a deep knowledge based on an understanding of these cosmic laws. It is the confidence that when you play your role, which is managing your inner world, the universe will surely play its role, which is reflecting this inner world in the form of your outer reality. Be patient with yourself. You are shedding years, perhaps decades of unconscious programming. Be gentle with yourself in this process. Every step, no matter how small, is a victory. We have completed a deep journey together. We began with the feeling that we are victims of our circumstances and ended with the realization that we are the powerful architects of our reality. Let us summarize the basic principles that will be your compass on this transformative journey. First, you are not a separate entity from the universe. You are an integral part of it. Your DNA is not just a biological code. It is a cosmic antenna, a bridge connecting your consciousness with the fabric of reality.
Second, the language of the universe is not words, it is frequencies. Your emotions are the language you speak to the quantum field. Every feeling is a command, an instruction you send to shape energy and matter. Third, the external world is an accurate mirror of your inner world. The quantum field does not judge or reward you. It honestly reflects the signal you broadcast through your state of being. Fourth, your true power lies in achieving inner harmony or coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions align, you send a powerful, clear signal, like a laser beam, capable of transforming possibilities into tangible reality. So, what does all this mean for you now, in this moment? It means you don't need to wait for anything or anyone to change your life. The key is in your hand. Power flows in your veins. You are not merely a passive observer of life, you are a creative consciousness participating in its creation. Your life is not something that happens to you, it is a masterpiece that flows from you. Pick up your brush, choose your colors, and start today.
Now, painting the reality that reflects the magnificence of the being you truly are. Do not wait for permission. Do not wait for ideal circumstances. Choose your frequency. Choose your inner state. And from this place of power and awareness, watch how the universe reorganizes itself to align with your vision. This is not just a possibility, it is your birthright. Awaken to your power. Remember who you are, and be the conscious creator of your wonderful life.